The name of this study is Teaching Wait Time Predicts Skill Performance. This surgical education research was carried out by Dr. Shanna Miles and Dr. Suketu Mansuria of UPMC Obstetrics, Gynecology, and Reproductive Sciences, and by Pitt pre-med students Sai Kondasetti and Janani Rahman, and learning scientist in surgical education Beth Littleton in the Department of Surgery. Teaching wait time is the time in between the instructions or questions a teacher gives. In elementary and secondary schools, teachers are advised to give students time to think after they've been asked a question. Typically, American teachers do not wait long. They don't like to let students struggle. This is probably because when they sense struggle, they want to jump in and help. For example, a soccer player is struggling to contact the ball with the side of the foot. The coach tells the player things to try. The longer the player struggles, the less the coach waits to tell the player another thing to try or to encourage the player. The teaching intensity is high. In this study, we turned teaching wait time on its head. We asked whether teachers' wait times could be used to detect more or less struggling learners. Note that wait time is not a measure like others. It is not about performance. It is more about the response of the learner, the ability for them to make progress, the degree to which they are struck. Our research questions were, would the intensity of teaching be a meaningful way to detect a struggling learner? For example, does teaching wait time predict technical skill, specifically the overall score in the Global Operative Assessment of Laparoscopic Skills, or GOLS? And does it predict better than postgraduate year? 11 residents ranging from postgraduate year 1 to 4 received a coaching session in which an attending talked them through laparoscopically suturing two pieces of cloth together. The laparoscope view was videotaped as well as the audio of the attending and resident. At a different time, a separate assessment of laparoscopic technical skills was conducted. The audio of the suturing coaching was transcribed, and the authors used qualitative analysis to identify types of verbally guiding remarks to the resident. Inter-rater reliability of the types of guidance found was assessed as high. Paired t-tests were used to assess the correlation between average wait time and GOLS scores. One-way ANOVA was used to assess the relationship of postgraduate year and wait time. Wait time was calculated as follows. Coding sheets had 3 columns. The middle column is the transcript of an attending coaching a resident in the suturing task. On the right is the code for what kind of guidance the teacher is giving. There are 3 codes. Instructions are telling the resident to do something, affirmations are affirming that something was done correctly, and clarifications are extra information or suggestions and not direct instructions. On the left are the timestamps for each instance of one of these kinds of guidance. Other non-instructional remarks that the attending made are not included in the analysis. We found that residents with less skill received more intense verbal guidance. That is, the attending waited less to give instructions to residents with lower technical skill scores than those with higher scores. It's also the case that the attending gave more frequent verbal guidance overall in the form of our 3 types of remarks to less skilled residents. Postgraduate year did not predict teaching wait times. What these results are saying is that while less skilled residents got more instruction, they also were more likely to get that instruction in bursts of intense instruction. 2 takeaways from this research are that teaching wait time may have something to do with learners' difficulties. The intensity of instruction, not just the amount, may suggest the learner is having trouble making progress, that they are stuck and may be struggling. The next step in this research would be to see whether educators can quickly estimate how intense a particular teaching session went. If educators can accurately estimate it after a case or a coaching session, it might be a quick estimate of the amount of struggling a learner is experiencing. Thank you.